Because I can't. October 10th. So I'm here, Maple Creek. Room rented and investigation ready to begin. How does a girl vanish in such a small town? At first sight, this place looks like some pastoral painting, but the air is less than chaotic. In fact, it's downright creepy. October 14th, 2011. I'm almost sure the been murdered. He might, where does, so I will follow those eerie rocks. What happened? I woke up, my body tingling and chest aching. I must have been hit by lightning, but I can't remember. The recent past is nothing more than a few frightening snapshots. A shape in the forest, a roaring storm, a glaring flashlight, eerie place. My hands are bloody, but I'm not bleeding. Whose blood? I've been investigating a mysterious disappearance here, yet the last thing I remember is when I arrived. The missing girl? If only I could recall. The signed remains of my diary suggest I was well on my way to solving this case. I should find the room I rented. Reviewing the evidence I collected might just trigger my memory, and then the investigation I can resume. My car is broken down near where I woke up. The headlights are still on, just so I must have just been in an accident. Strange events. I spied some robed people walking down the road with torches. Where are they going? Shouldn't they be assessing their homes for damage or calling for help? There's something strange going on here. Who are they? Someone just broke into my room while I was in it. Even stranger, he acted like he wasn't even there. Everything he did was just so automatic, almost like a puppet. And those eyes, so vacant and scary. Who was that? The only thing he did was take an item from the dresser, a dagger of some sort, preserved in a plastic bag. Surely a piece of evidence? But the evidence of what? An important piece of evidence? I saw a man at the gas station standing near the missing persons ad. Apparently, he was just as surprised. He suddenly tore down the ad and ran into the woods, tore off the poster, and escaped? Who is this man? Why did he rip the poster? My subject? It's a missing person ad? Or was it? Or it was? Someone was just in the boarding house, footsteps lead to the basement, and the body's been examined. The man from the gas station, or someone else? What did he look for? Someone was in my room and left me a message. Focus on the bell, detective. When you're done, meet me at the statue, by the statue. The bell, its tolls give me the creeps, as does the entire church. There's something about this place. Statue. What could this be? If I am to meet this guy, I have to know what this statue is. I do want to meet him. Who is he? What's he up to? I've managed to reach my room. Unfortunately, the storm has wreaked havoc on it as well. It appears I was using the wall to assess clues. Too bad only one clue weathered the storm. Looks like I have to start all over and collect details about my case. Who is this missing girl? So the missing girl is a teenager named Kate Burrows. Subject, Kate Burrows, lost in Maple Creek, October 11th. And apparently she's in great danger. I must find her. What's more, a similar case of Maple Creek's past remains a mystery. If the disappearances are connected, then any knowledge on Hamilton's case may help me find Kate. Hamilton's case? Any connections? According to the note from my boss, a private eye named Richard Hamilton disappeared in Maple Creek 30 years ago in the summer of 1980 while investigating a disappearance from the same year. A series of disappearances? Take the bag, then you'll understand. The injured man mentioned some bag that he tried to give me before. Not sure what he meant, but he said the contents in the bag would make everything clear. I remember he had it in his hand when we spoke earlier. I've got to find out what was in that bag. What's inside? Scattered by the wind? Will I find more? I found the bag with old case files inside. Unfortunately, the wind has scattered almost all of them. What info do they contain? Maybe I can find some files. Yes, the folder must belong to Detective Hamilton. And he too was searching for the missing woman in Maple Creek. Hamilton's case files. If I follow his files, I might just get to the bottom of this and find Kate before it's too late. A man has appeared on the street. He's injured. Maybe I can help him? Needs help. I remember we spoke to each other just recently. What did we talk about? If only I could bring him back to his senses. I managed to bring the man around. He warned of a nameless danger and mentioned Kate. Rescue Kate and save yourself. He knows her. Then suddenly he went out of his mind as if he's being controlled by some external force. I have to go. He's calling. Who's calling? And his eyes are just like the man who stole the dagger. The same glowing eyes? Just minutes ago, we talked. He's gone. How? Where? Why? Will I find him again? The mystery of Maple Creek. Everything seems to suggest that Kate's disappearance is only the tip of the iceberg. Over the years, several people have gone missing and none of them has ever been found. Even Hamilton vanished. Where, oh where did you go, Richard? Lost a girl. Another missing person, but this time in the early 30s. Tabloid sensation or a grain of truth. People have been disappearing here for over 80 years. Whatever this mystery is, I will find it. I just pray I'm not too late. Kate might still be alive. Emily Smith, the girl in the old newspaper article. Her body lies in the chapel under the floor, together with many others. Murdered? Only murderers hide bodies under the floor. All of them must have been murdered then. The question is, who's the murderer? Emily Smith, Emily B., Vermont, July 14th, 30 years ago. The Mystery of Maple Creek 2. Apparently Hamilton was investigating the preacher. Is it the same man as this photo? Who else would have buried the bodies in a chapel protected by a complex lock? Buried hidden in the chapel. Yes, it is enough to peg the preacher as my prime suspect. I need proof now, like like the murder weapon. A ritual dagger, blood-stained its blade. It must have served in some sort of dark ritual. What for? And where? The painting depicts a sinister ritual setting. This must be the crime scene, and the shape at the top of the picture. I recognize it. Underground! Those ritual halls must be somewhere beneath. I must find the way to get there. Since I suspect the preacher of murder, finding him is my first priority. I can't seem to find him in Maple Creek. He might have hidden somewhere, but where? Where is he? He must have a hideout on the outskirts of town. Could this be it? A boathouse on the lakeshore? The preacher's hideout? There is a spot marked next to a lake on the map I found in the church. I can find the trailhead near the man-shaped statue rock. Left, right, left, right. I've reached the place from the photo. Even though I didn't find the preacher himself, I found more of his artifacts hidden in a safe. This is indeed his hideout. More preacher artifacts. There is also a path on the other side of the lake. I remember a spot marked there on the map. I should find a way to get there. What's there? There are dozens of people in the church. They are all in some sort of trance, constantly uttering what I assume are to be dark prayers. Scary. What are they doing? The strange man is among them, the one who broke into my room and took that dagger right in front of me. His eyes are still glowing, just like the others. The thief from my room! It seems the bell serves as a medium to somehow control the citizens of Maple Creek, enchanting them and swarming them to the church of some dark prayer. I have to silence the bell and free them. The rocks in the old photo, I remember being there, but not what happened. Why does every flashback of this place make my flesh creep? I've already been there. I fear this place hides an entrance to the place where the victims are murdered. Ritual hall below? I remember I was running in fear as fast as I could from this very place. I reached the car and sped towards Maple Creek. Near the town limits, the storm blew my car into a tree. I began to run on foot to my room, and I ran straight into Kate's boyfriend, who had been trying to find me. He had the bag in his hand. Kate's boyfriend. There's only one thing I still can't remember: what made me run like a maniac from that rocky hilltop. There are runes on this piece of paper. They resemble those depicted in the sketch of the bell. Runes? It might be an important code. I won't know until I find the rest of the page. Here are all of the parts, all three parts. I've never seen them on that rock. I've already seen them on that rock on the hilltop. The numbers might be the key, but I can't make use of them until I activate those runes somehow. Kate's boyfriend gave me an artifact he found in the church. Its shape is similar to the marking near the runes on the rock. Unfortunately, this is but one of the several artifacts. The others must be in the preacher's lair. Collect the missing ones. Now that I've collected all the artifacts, I can activate the runes? Now that I've collected all the artifacts, can I activate the runes? When I touch the runes, an entrance to some underground chamber opened. Something tells me this is where the story shall end. What's down there? There is a figure on the map drawn by a child's hand, and it's captioned statue. This must be the meeting venue. Meeting venue? Maybe I can use the telescope in the tower to spot the rock in my route. Look for the rock. As expected, I located the rock with the telescope. That's just north of the landmark tree. I should be able to reach it along with tourist trails, but I'll need something to show me the cardinal direction. Go north along the trails. I found him. He's been waiting for me in the cabin near the rock. I wonder what his story will be. I've managed to silence the bell. Falling down the belfry, it smashed the stairway through. Not so much that I couldn't go down. Silenced. Just as I thought, when the bell fell, the weird trance was broken. The citizens of Maple Creek ran off in a panic, seemingly in shock. I doubt I'll be able to question any of them, but at least they're free now. Ran away in panic. Only one man didn't flee the church, the man who broke into my room and stole the dagger. It's a pity that he's so disoriented that I can't get any useful info out of him. I feel drained. Finally, I've reached the deepest chamber below the church. In addition to a few artifacts, I found another drawing. Dark ritual? There are also some markings. These could be important. Asmodia? Asmodia? I spoke with the stranger in the cabin. However, any spark of hope I had to learn something about him was immediately crushed. I'll help you out when new questions. Search the church. You can still save Kate. Wait, this way. I think there's more to this guy than meets the eye. Not only does he know about Kate, but also he seems to have arcane knowledge about this place. He gave me a candle that will supposedly help me expose the church for more clues. How can he know this? I bet he's the guy I saw at the gas station. If he wants to help me as much as he says he does, then why did he tear down? I bet he's the guy I saw at the gas station. If he wants to help as much as he says he does, then why did he tear down that poster? It appears he's playing his own game here. The same guy. What is he up to? When I came back to the cabin, I spied him leaving. If I want to learn more about him, now's my time to snoop. Search the cabin before he's back. I found her. The preacher kept Kate locked in a tomb. Kate Burrows. I need to get Kate out of Maple Creek. The villain might still be in town. And thanks to the storm, I can't call for help and my car is wrecked. However, Kate thinks her boyfriend can help. My boyfriend has a car. Find him. He must be the young man I spoke with, but I don't know where he is. Kate's boyfriend, where is he? I asked Kate to wait for me at the gas station. I need to find her boyfriend and his car. Kate must get out of this town. The stranger's Hamilton. Emily, the lost girl Detective Hamilton was looking for. Apparently she wasn't just the subject. They were lovers. It's him. The stranger I spoke with is Richard Hamilton. It's Hamilton! I need to know what he's up to. I'm so close, Emily. I won't give up. I need to search the cabin thoroughly. Hamilton was so determined to keep his identity a secret from me that he kidnapped and imprisoned Kate's boyfriend. And from what I've gleaned from his files, the boy and the contents of his safe, he spent all these years spying on that preacher. The church, the preacher's hideout, even his house. Hamilton has been everywhere. He even stole one of the artifacts his enemy had secretly hidden. What is he planning to do? I'll shoot him. This is the preacher's house. What's the old man's house? It was Detective Hamilton who kidnapped Kate's boyfriend. And imprisoned by Hamilton? Seems Hamilton detained the boy because he learned Hamilton's true identity, that he was playing his own deadly game. Hamilton's up to something. He handed me his car keys and I told him to find Kate at the gas station and wait for me there. I need to get that car ASAP. The car is on my farm. I've managed to get them out of here. The sooner they can contact the police, the sooner I'll be safe and sound. They'll be safe and sound. The police reinforcements should be here soon. In the meantime, there's one thing I must do. Find the murderer. Don't let him escape. Someone has stolen that dagger from my room. Where's the dagger? Who? Why? Was it Hamilton? Okay. And then we've got a bunch of objectives that we've done. I haven't been looking at these. Well, these are the objections we still need to, but we don't get the chance to look at this again. So, and we've got our notes. Alright. So we've done that. Oh. Wait. Forgot I didn't do that. Read so much.
I remember now.
You've gone too far, Detective. You want to know what happened to them? Looks like you'll learn the hard way. You're smart, Detective. Smarter than I thought. A great pity for us both. My bell, you silenced it before I could drain my puppets and fully revive. My congratulations. I'm helpless.
Is it true? Did you murder all those women? Why? Who are you?
I did. But the who and why are of no consequence to you. You'd neither believe nor understand.
It doesn't matter. You'll do no harm to anyone anymore. What's behind that door?
You know perfectly well, Detective. But why not indulge your curiosity?
Okay, so I think we just... Okay. So we've got a few more notes. I remember now. We were here together, realizing the threat of my inquiry. He captured me and planned to murder me like all his victims. However, I managed to break free and escape. Dude, she's so good at drawing. Now he's down here again, but this time I have the upper hand. Faced with defeat, he admits his vile deeds. How many women has he murdered? Why? He'll answer before the court. Now, only now I only have to wait for the remnants. Reinforcements. I can read, I promise.
How many lives have been lost on this altar of evil? I'll do whatever it takes to destroy it, if that means no one else is murdered here.
Thank you, Detective. I knew you could solve it. Now, it's high time I close this case. I've been waiting for this moment for 30 years.
Wait. I know who you are and what he has done, but he must be brought to trial.
No, you have no idea who he is, what he is. He must be stopped once and for all. I'll kill him right here, right now. He'll suffer the same fate as his victims.
Then you'll be no better than him. Think of Emily. Is this what she would have you do?
Don't you dare speak her name. You can't stop me, Detective.
Uh, it It's all about revenge. Hamilton helped me only to get access to the preacher, to this place where the villain is now the victim. And indeed, he's the one who stole the dagger. He wants to avenge Emily and the other victims by killing the preacher in the same manner that he murdered them. The villain deserves punishment, but not by Hamilton's own hand. Justice must be served by a court of law. I can't let Hamilton become a murderer. He'll spend the rest of his life in jail. It seems no argument can talk him out of it. I need to find a way to delay him before the reinforcements arrive. That's it, the ritual altar, just like the one in the drawing. This place itself is evil. I can sense it. There's more than enough evidence to convict the preacher. And something tells me the only way to ensure no one else gets murdered here is to destroy the altar. So, I know this is like endgame, but if your inventory stays open, it means that you're gonna be using the item a few times. Not just like a one and done deal.
What are you doing?
See how my inventory went down?
There will be no more murders here.
Detective, are you all right? We set out as soon as we got the call. Detective, you're not looking so good. What on earth happened here? I need to debrief you as soon as possible.
Detective? Can you hear me?
You've done well, detectives. Kate Burrows is here, safe in our custody. Her boyfriend is recovering at the hospital, and Maple Creek is finally at peace. However, we could find neither hide nor hair of the criminal, and Hamilton disappeared into thin air too.
Thank you again, Detective. I owe my life to you, but I'm afraid I'll never feel safe with the killer still on the loose.
Trust me, Kate. He may have gone into hiding, but I haven't stopped hunting him. I never will.
To be continued. Alright, so the next game I will be playing will be the like sequel, Ghost of Maple Creek Past, and then after that we will play the next game, and so on and so forth. But I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you on the flip side. Bye!